What's up, Holmes?
What's up, Senor Enfermo?
Senor Enfermo in the house. Ahora. ¿Qué pasó, Joel Massey?
Are you going? Is Enfermo going to be here the entire time?
Oh, baby, yeah. Enfermo aquí. Before we begin, I want to give a shout out to Ryan Haslip. Earlier today, I was feeling feisty, and he was talking about Wraith. And I just want to say, you're right. Wraith is hot right now because of Venom, but I don't know how long. So it's a good time to sell now. And sorry if I was a pendejo. I was muy cansado, which means tired in Spanish. So anyway, what's up, Joel? So in a couple minutes, Holmes, we're going to go live to Coffin Comics headquarters, and they're going to preview all of the Muerta goodies for Retaliation. And then there's going to be some interviews. And then I'm going to show everyone how to do the Kickstarter. And then Joe Gomez is going to join us. And hopefully Sun K. She's mi novia and a secreto. That means my secret girlfriend, Holmes. Okay, so let's see what's going on at Coffin. Oh, everybody in the chat, what's up, eh? I can't see anything, Holmes. Okay. We'll wait for them to wave us in the chat and the camera and bring them on. Then we're going to be kind of quiet and let them kind of do their thing, Holmes, because we need to see the breakdown of all the books that are going to be available. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. So anyway, as tribute to this new Kickstarter, Holmes, I put up my original La Muerta piece from Joe Gomez, Holmes. And look how fine she is, Holmes. She's sick. She's down. Look at that, Holmes. She misspelled Enfermo, though. She's a Chicana, that's why. Like me.
Is that an original piece too? Or is it a...
Yeah, he gave it to me for free for my birthday because he's awesome, Holmes. Welcome, everyone in the chat. Let me see what's going on, Holmes. Hang on. I can't see anything. How does this look, Holmes? Is that better? No, wait. Let's do these. Oh, wait, there's Brian.
Whoa. Well, hold on. We might be upside down. I'm going to flip it over. Uh-oh, we're upside down.
Can you see my glasses?
Upside down. What?
Oh, Senor Polito in the house.
Hey, man. Check it out. Here we are live. La Muerta Retaliation Kickstarter launch event. Man, in less than 45 minutes, we are launching this MF. But before we do, let me show you some things that's going on. You might have heard we have this comic book called Latest Level of Decimation. We're getting ready to ship it, and that is true. Just want to give you guys an indication, a little bit of an indication of the preparation that's going on. Hey, man, the truth is that we actually box everything to ship before we ship it all. So this is a little tip of the iceberg here. Posters and statues and one-of-a-kind items. What? Hey, want to see what the Malevolent Decimation looks like as we're putting it together? Check it out. Oh,
this is
crazy, more boxes. There's even Brandy burning the midnight oil.
Hi, everybody.
There's Brandy's wife. Platonic wife. So check it out. This is where we're pulling Malevolent Decimation. More boxes. People's orders being pulled. Shh, don't tell anybody it's happening. But yeah, we're pulling this thing together for you guys and gals. Our goal is to ship these out by May. So bear with us. Now look, I think we're here for a whole different reason. We're talking La Muerta. La Muerta. F you, Jimmy Calabrese. We're talking La Muerta. Don't trip, man. Don't fall. We're talking La Muerta Retaliation, the 6th chapter.
He's got Corona,
the
Holmes.
Life of Maria Diaz. And first thing I'd like to do is, look, for those of you who do not know about, look at this whole place. You guys ready to see the goods or what?
Sick.
Soak this room up, man. This is a nice room. It's got a lot of question marks in here. Let's just spin around a little bit. What is here? This is the Coffin HQ archive. Reset. Boom for La Muerta's 6th chapter. Are you ready? I know that we're ready. We've been ready. As you know, it's your boys. So if we're about to launch this kick, you know that all we got to do is print, but we need your help to make it happen. There is no doubt your faith brings us life. So here we are, the 6th chapter of Maria Diaz's life. The story is called Retaliation. In about 15 minutes, we're actually going to invite the creative team of Mike McLean and Joel Gomez to come in and lay that story out for you. But I got to tell you, this is the big one. This is La Muerta, Maria Diaz versus Mama Z for all the marbles. All 6 chapters have been leading up to this moment. And some of you guys and gals out there may be brand new to La Muerta, and we welcome you. So if you wanted to catch up, we're going to present to you all the previous chapters as well. That'll be the La Muerta Library Reward tier. So there's chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5.
Pay attention, guys.
Here's the thing. Coffin comics are actually 48-page square-bound books with a nice gloss. And inside is 48 pages of story and art. Another thing, this is the 6th year we have been presenting La Muerta stories, and it's the exact same creative team. That's writer Mike McLean, illustrator Joel Gomez, colorist Ceci de la Cruz, and veteran letterer Marshall Dillon. That's so much fun in this day and age. People aren't like hopping around. This isn't the 27th artist. This is the team. And we're back for number 6, Retaliation. So look, I know I got to go fast. So I'm going to show you some of the rewards that we're offering on Retaliation. But before we do, first of all, I'm going to take a sip of this beer.
Corona.
Oh, yeah. And then we're going to pick out, here is the Coffin Cauldron. It has all our current Lady Death Club members. We're going to pick out some names, and we're going to ship those people some La Muerta goodies. So there'll be 3 prize winners. They're going to get a ASM 129 homage, this super dope Nori Sombra by Mike DiBalfo, and a cool prize pack. So it includes everything. It's
sick.
All your hopes and dreams in one prize pack. I might be exaggerating, but still, here we go. So 3 different winners. Picking them now. And the first winner is Patricia Gilson. Patricia, you are a winner. Number 1. Number 2. Move it around a little bit more. How you guys and gals doing out there, man? Let's hear you in the comments. Let's get some shout outs for the next person. Sick. We're joined by the sick. We got Chris O'Connor. Chris Foe out of the UK. Look at you, boy. Damn, son. Look at you. And then people really win with Coffin Comics. And here's the number 3 for the prize. La Muerta prize back. Lisa Linderman. You're a winner. These 3 folks are going to win these cool goodies. Dang, there's some good ones in there. Woo, look at that mega incentive. Come on. Hey. Woo. It's getting hot in here. It's literally getting hot here in Arizona. All right, so let's soak. Jimmy Cowboys, man, go back there for a minute. Let's soak this room up. I like this room. Got all these goodies here. I don't even know what's up. I better familiarize myself with what we're doing here. But again, we're just getting started on this preview. I'm going to blast through this preview. Then I'm going to introduce Mike McLean, Joel Gomez, and then at 6:45 our time to around 6:50, I'm going to introduce the launch team. That is the launch team, Nick G and the one and only Japan. But again, before we do that,
Corona.
Have a beer. I hope wherever the heck you are in this globe that you're doing great. And we're just here to show you a good time. So without further ado, here we go.
Clay is going to show that right now.
Edition. Yes, people like those sketch editions. So damn it, we've listened and you're going to get them. These will also be offered as an upper tier where Joel Gomez can actually do sketch covers for you, branded with this particular campaign, Retaliation. I believe we're offering these for $20. And for the $20, comes with the Coffin Comics value proposition. Each physical reward includes all unlocked stretch goals, free U.S. shipping. Man, I wish I could offer that to international, but we can't. Free digital download and free Brian Polito autograph and certificate. That's optional. Next up, boom, this is the main one. This is the premiere edition, cover by Paolo Pantalena, color by Ceci de la Cruz, if I remember correctly. And as we are picturing it, that's a printed logo. But if we can hit a certain stretch goal, we're actually going to make it a scarlet foil. And again, this book will be 48 pages down, the ultimate chapter, the decisive battle between Maria Diaz and La Mama Z. Next up, boom, the homage cover.
That's sick.
Classic homage cover.
Desperado.
By the one and only Jesse Wichmann.
I'm going to write that.
By Arif Prianto. Obviously, an homage to the phenomenal movie Desperado by the wonderful film Robert Rodriguez.
Jesse Wichmann.
It's fun, too. So this was
writing that down.
Jesse Wichmann's idea. Kind of aped the movie poster. And once you get into it and start reading all the cool credits, there's a chuckle in there, or two. Next up, we have the facsimile of the hardcover. Now, these are all mock-ups, folks, but this is a Diego Bernard cover colored by C.C. Cruz. Next up, boom, this is the holofoil edition by Jose Varese.
That's actually pretty dope.
Miami, Florida.
Jose
by Jeremy Clark, frequent contributor and co-conspirator, and colored by Sanju Nivangune. Whoa. Next, boom, the Noi edition. This is portraying Mama Z in Dark Embrace of the Grim Reaper. This is by Sorah, Suhng, and Kate Colors. I got to tell you about that Mama Z. Here's kind of like a quieter moment. She's very ruthless. Very ruthless. I mean, this woman, her bloodline is linked to Aztec royalty. This woman believes that by eating the heart of the enemy, it blesses her crime cartel. What kind of woman is that person, Jimmy Calabrese? This woman is diabolical.
The mamamita.
She's nothing but a thorn in the Maria Diaz. She's kept the whole city in a grip of terror, and this storyline is going to put it to rest for once and for all. Next up, boom, Sun K. Sun K having an amazing year. This is the 6th year of Sun K contributing to Coffin Comics.
I love you, son.
This is a cool battle damage Maria Diaz with all the cool little Swarovski crystals.
Sick.
And in the background is Fiesta World. Fiesta World is the headquarters of Loco, one of our supporting cast members. We call him the Barrio Batman. So whereas Ben has the Bat Cave, Loco has Fiesta World. Next up, holy mackerel.
Oh, I like this too.
Metallico edition. Cover by Jonboy Meyers.
Damn.
This man is crazy. So much kinetic energy in the work. Here, let's let the light hit this thing. Pinky, rosary, the blood splat. Oh my God. This is great. So those are the base editions. Let's see, what do we want to talk about next? So you got story, you got the main editions from the kit. And you know what? Now we start talking about the mystery envelope. The mystery envelope. Check this out. Mystery envelope. First edition. Lucky 13 edition by Jesse Wichmann in holofoil. Limited to 13 copies. Look at that blurring madness of that. Crazy. Now, I challenged Joel Gomez to do a thing called the Infinity Verse covers. And that is to reimagine La Muerta as if she's from all these different alternative dimensions. Each one of these is strictly limited to 40 copies, and they're complemented by the fine graphic design of Mad Mike Flippin, our perfect graphic designer, our personal graphic designer since 1992. So here we go. First up, boom. This is the Medieval La Muerta, Medieval, limited to 40, art by Joel Gomez. Next up, Viking La Muerta, limited to 40. Next up, boom, Cowgirl La Muerta, limited to 40 copies, part of the mystery envelope. Next, Wasteland Warrior La Muerta.
These are all
Limited to
Joe
40
Gomez.
copies with a cool wolf in the background. Next, Jaguar Claw La Muerta. Calling back to the Aztecs. Limited 40 copies. Jim, take in these first 5 covers. Look at them.
Oh, that's
amazing.
what she did.
40 copies apiece. What are we thinking? Billy, what are we thinking?
Sick!
Punk Rock La Muerta. I rest my case.
Oh my.
Billy, it's sick. What's your favorite star? Next up, we have Criminal Edition. And I love that what Joel did, and this is completely him, he chose to do the art on this beautiful colored paper. Just gives it like a nice, fresh, totally unique flavor. And then Flamenco La Muerta on pink paper,
I love
limited
that.
to 40. I love the juxtaposition of the black against the pink. It drives me crazy.
Loco.
Next up, Cyberpunk La Muerta. Noticed all the cool trade dresses specific to each iteration. Super, super cool. Next up, this is the one and the only Victorian age La Muerta. Victorian La Muerta.
Muy viejo.
40 copy. Next up, Space Case La Muerta. This is hearkening back to that 50s idea of what would it be like to be in space. There's Maria in her skeletal armor. Totally rad. And then rounding up, the 12th image is Pirate La Muerta.
Hey, cricky.
Limited to 40 copies. Jimmy Calabrese, take a look back and look at each and every. It's ridiculous. 12 copies.
It's ridiculous.
The mystery envelope for La Muerta is limited to overall 500 copies. We will tip in Omega editions, number 3 editions, AP editions, a couple of mock-ups. We try to make it crazy. But I'll tell you, I was so intrigued by this beautiful group of imagery that we made a special print set. So the Infinity Verse La Muerta will also be available specifically as a 9x12 full set. You will get 2 images, and I think we're offering it for right under $100 at $99. Joel Gomez truly outdid himself. We are proud to say that the originals from this set will grace HQ. We're actually getting them framed as we speak. Beautiful images. But let's move forward at a breakneck pace for our preview. Now let's see here. Let's start talking about upper tier. Sometimes people like upper tier, so we like to do some fun stuff for unique tiers. The first one I'd like to show you is the Deadly Duo edition. These 2 covers portraying each other's archenemies form one image, and this by artist Joel Gomez. Beautiful imagery by Joel Gomez.
Sick.
Next up, our returning champion and a man whose Kickstarter just passed $100,000. Congratulations to Dan the Man Mendoza.
Those are sick.
Continuing his dominance of the crowdfunding space, Dan Mendoza and Still Ill Princess just crossed $100,000 in funding on Sad Girl 3. We're so happy and proud and honored for his contribution on these Grindhouse covers. Next up, some upper tiers. We got the Jeweled Metallico and the Dark Reaper by the one and only Monty Moore.
Uh-oh.
Lights went out as they usually do here.
I don't know yet. Once
Lights
they go live,
around
we'll look
6
at it.
o'clock here. I just popped them back on.
Those are
This is
sick.
the Metal Jewel, the gorgeous Dark Reaper, suitable for grading. More upper tier. This is part of the Mega Baller, Elias Chatzoudis. This is the Lethal Edition, limited to 150. And then, boom, the Naughty Mama Z Edition, limited
Hey,
to
mamita.
150. Holy guacamole, Batman.
Come sit next
And
to me.
then, the artist for our legend tier is the one and only Joe Benitez. I can barely handle it. And here is his beautiful work that we called Vigilante.
These are
These
sick.
legend editions, I believe they're limited to, I think it's 50 or 60 copies. They'll be
Jesus.
serial numbered. They come as part of the legend set. It's Benitez with Beth Sotelo as the colorist.
Sick.
This is the version with trade dress. This is the noir. And then this is the virgin art. You'll notice that the skull and back has a whole different color configuration. Amazing, amazing, amazing. But that's not all. We love to do the Chase edition. So we do the Chase editions. Check them out this time. These are what we call the Coffin Chase in all these colors: gold, green, white, purple, scarlet, purple. So that's blue, that's scarlet. Haha. And then these are each limited to 55 copies. But to make it really fun, we're tipping in an Omega edition, which is limited to 1. Boom, check it out. Gold.
1. Oh, I like
Green, limited to 1, Billy.
Sick.
White. Blue, it is sick. Scarlet. Purple. Ridiculous. Did I hear someone say metal cards? Metal cards? Check them out. Here is the official metal card set. The Funko. The Richard Ortiz. Holy mackerel. The Benitez. Elias Chatzoudis. And the Dark Reaper by Monty Moore. Did I hear someone say Prince? Put your eyes on the Prince for this campaign. We do prints in several tiers. Pick 5 or pick 8 or pick the whole slab of them. Monty Moore, Jesse Wichmann.
I love that.
Richard Ortiz.
Desperado.
Billy, can you handle this or what?
Too sick. Sick.
I guess he can. Elias Chatzoudis, Jonboy, Meyers. These are 11 by 17 sunset, suitable for free. Varese. Marat, Mychaels, Dan Feldmeier, Diego Bard. That's not all, folks. Joel Gomez, Paolo Pantalena, Ceci de la Cruz, Sorah 8 colors, and Joe Benitez and Kate Colors. And to cap off this premiere, this preview, before we move on, involve the creative team, let me show you the fine art print, which we named Vigilante. This fine art print is by the one and only Joe Benitez. It is of the highest possible quality. It is a cliché. I might be mangling the word, but these are archival quality inks on museum quality paper. So we offer for $77, limited to $99. So folks, Jimmy, maybe step up here and like everybody to really just take a whole look. This is, plus some surprises, the Muerta Retaliation Kickstarter preview. And now, what I'd love to do is to move on and invite some of the key creators to this particular program, the one and only Mike McLean and Mr. Joel Gomez. So please we'll take a minute as we get our acts together, and we're going to invite the guys in. So bear with us, folks.
Okay, guys. So there was the preview.
Hello. What up? How are you all doing? So we're about to invite Joel and Mike on, and I hope you guys are doing good. Let me see if I can get some comments going here. Haley Anderson, how are you?
So after the interview, guys, we're going to go to the Kickstarter, and Joel Gomez will join us as well.
And there's Joel. Guys, what's up? How are you doing?
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody doing? How's it going?
It's going great. Just want to let you guys know we went live a couple minutes ago, and I kind of walked everybody through a preview of a lot of what we have to offer. So how are you guys doing tonight? What's up?
Turn up computer.
Hell yeah.
I'm pretty excited about Muerta. You know, it's funny. I saw just recently they said that scientists found clues for an actual parallel universe. So it's just really bizarre thing that kind of goes into this infinity thing we're doing.
You never know, right? While you guys are talking, I'm taking a look at some people making comments. Hey, everybody, know how you doing? Carmen Sakara, Haley Anderson, how are you doing? Adriana, how are you? Daryl, Dean, Gene Johnson.
D-Dog.
I'm never eating a corn dog, D-Dog. It ain't happening. Adrian, how are you? Bob Conister, how are you? Everybody. Well, cool, man. So, guys, here we are. you two guys have put together this storyline and working on it. What could you impart to the Sworn Nation out there about this story? Why the heck should they care?
I think without any exaggeration, this is our most action-packed Muerta chapter to date. So if you're an action junkie and you want to see some explosion, some gunfights, some knife wielding, this is the comic for you. And it's all coming to this climax between La Muerta and Notorious Mama Z. So if you love action, the fuse has been lit. It's all leading to this moment.
Hell yeah. Joel, what's it like to draw all that stuff?
It's awesome. I mean, I've had this continuity with you guys for so long, and it's just really nice to have art come to this particular point. It's been a real exciting ride so far, but I mean, I can't even begin to touch on all the exciting things that come from this storyline that lead into other things, and it's a fun ride, and it seems to get crazier and more violent with this story, at least in this particular arc, because it's a pretty bloody, violent fight in this particular story. So.
Well, I even remember as editor of the stuff, we actually say that Maria herself will not take a life, unless it's absolutely necessary. But another character in this story, Loco, we can say the same thing. And I was completely surprised by the level of violence in there. What informs that level of violence, Mike?
Well, obviously we know that La Muerta is a soldier, and like you said, she as a soldier, she takes a life only when necessary, only when she herself is in danger or innocence. She's to a place where she has to be.
Are we froze?
I think that's them. They froze maybe. I can't tell.
Jimmy, turn up the TV. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Let me I wonder what that is. Oh, there you go. Can you hear me, Joel?
I can hear you, yeah.
I can't hear their audio. Let me take them out and put them in. Marcos. Anyway, until they fix that. So I was looking at this stuff. I like the Jamie Wichmann and they're all nice, but this, what is it? The Sorah Suhng and the Sun K. And I like that Dan Mendoza. Those like skull ones. I don't know what to do. Let me see.
It looks like they froze again.
Is he froze too? They're probably going to rejoin. Anyway, so yeah. So I'm waiting for let's share. Where is it? Oh, wait. I wonder why the
sensibilities with her as a crime boss.
Yeah.
It's extremely violent and even believes in the supernatural. They believe they have killed Muerta, but in fact, and it becomes kind of a question whether she really died or not, she survived the encounter thanks to possible supernatural interference by Santa Muerte, who is the kind of the patron saint of the lost, the forgotten. So, in that guise of Santa Muerte, she avenges her family and becomes La Muerta as a vigilante. But then after that, she becomes kind of an instrument of vengeance for Santa Muerte. So if there's innocents that have been murdered, it's up to La Muerta to avenge that. And that's her basic story. We thought Mama Z was gone forever. We thought La Muerta had vanquished her. It turns out through some very dark witchcraft, she was brought back from the depths of hell. And she only has one passion to running, that is to completely destroy La Muerta's life. So that's where we are in this book. La Muerta is being hunted.
So, what was
well, the interference is too great.
It's amazing.
This isn't working right.
Where her or maybe has taken the story. So it's been really,
Look at the
well with,
blue streaming thing,
we introduced that play a big part in
Mr.
the
Taz.
Gogo and Fredo. And so it's nice. It's the way to bookend this really epic battle.
16 minutes.
Mama Z and and
Joel Gomez will be joining us in a little bit too. Live. Can they hear me? Can you guys hear me in the chat?
Yeah, I can hear you and their stream.
I mean, the chat itself.
Really want people to check out this.
I think it's over there. Because we're clean.
Yeah, they're. I can get it.
one of the things too is that opportunity from you. You're offering the opportunity of La Muerta or Mama full body. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, covers we recently did an artist thanks to you guys about the comic and to put as much love and effort into the characters. I really enjoy, drawing La Muerta and Mama Z. So having these slates for blanks was another opportunity for me to portray a side of their personality. And I was posting tons of these on the Sworn page on our Facebook page that we have, and just to share with everybody because I was really into it and I really like going all out on these. And sometimes it starts pouring off into the other side of the cover, but I don't even care because I just want to do really kick-ass looking versions of our characters and really get the word out because I love the content that you guys have created with the Muerta and Mama Z and these characters. I'm really into them and I want people to be into them. And so anytime I get an opportunity to just go off on it, it's a privilege for me, man. It's a fun ride, and like I said, I love these characters you guys created.
Well, thank you so much. And ostensibly, the reason we're here is in probably less than 15 minutes, we're going live with a brand new La Muerta Retaliation Kickstarter. And we encourage, implore, and invite you, each and every one of you on board, to please back our campaign tonight. In fact, if you be so kind, please call a family, a foe, and also encourage them to get in on this crazy campaign. Mike, clean. What other observations have you had on the creative front of working on La Muerta Retaliation?
We say part of the project or any of the comic book projects are when the pages come to seeing Joel's. It really he draws these images.
Yeah, Holmes.
Is that
It's just all messed up.
are better than what I could imagine.
Every single person that backs any tier that you get a physical reward, you get one of the stretch goal packs, and that contains every single little thing that they throw in there. So when the campaign reaches a certain dollar level, they keep adding more and more little stretch goal items. So sometimes it's like metallic cards, and sometimes it's magnets, or all kinds of little mini posters, comics, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it'll show. Oh wait, here we go. What is it? Oh, with multiple.
Something where
Oh my God, the brain can fall off.
everybody's just playing to, and part about it is to, with Mike. It's just it's a fun ride because it's.
Don't worry, guys. We'll have Joel Gomez on in about 10 minutes.
Because we've got 6 years working together, being to the table, we've known these characters for that long, and so we really want it to be something special. This isn't something that's just phoned in. We really give it a lot of thought, and we really work hard. And as Mike said, yeah, it's so dark, but it's in the right places, and it's not like any other comic you see out there. And that's deliberate. That's a point to that, and that's part of what we're proud about in this comic. And it's kind of our flavors. It's our brand of comics, and I'm just excited and proud to be a part of this team with you guys to really put it out there. And it's just nice to finally be able to talk about it. And hopefully, like I said, people check it out and dig what we're doing.
Well, to that end, because I am the publisher, I am no for being a shameless invite. Oh,
Okay, so we've got about 10 minutes before it goes live. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something. Wait.
What's your favorite game?
Dude, there's so many.
Okay. Ah, there you go. Okay, cool. So, boys and ghouls, we're bringing the launch team in. Critical part. And the time comes. Are you ready? But
you would go sign up.
What? What do you mean? When it's when the time comes?
Search La Muerta.
In 9 minutes.
And it will pop up.
And just for clarification, and some of you may have heard this story, but Jeff Fang, who's been part of the great majority of our launch team, is here as our secret weapon in the unlikely event that the unknown occurs. And the unknown has actually occurred. So, Jeff, would you mind recounting that story for the crowd?
Sure. That was, 3 Kickstarters ago now, I think?
Something like that.
We were all set to go at 7 o'clock. We're sitting there, we're counting it down. Everybody's live, right? We're counting down 10, 9, 8, 7, right? To 1. And nothing happened. There was an error on Kickstarter that pops up, and it just says, you can't go live. And it basically told us nothing as far as why we couldn't go live, just that we couldn't go live. So we said, okay, well, reset, try it again. Nothing. So Nick was going through basically on the main side here. Let me log in. I don't even know what wizardry I got to on the backside of Kickstarter. But it turned out as we were going through the reward tiers that I actually dug down into a log that showed the error. You can't go live if you have a ship date prior to the ending of your Kickstarter. So like if you started on August 1st and your Kickstarter ended on August 30th, but you have a reward set to ship on like August 20th, then Kickstarter's going to say, no, you can't ship a reward before it's done. But they don't actually tell you that anywhere. It didn't show up in the main page. It didn't show up in a big box saying, hey, dummy, you're shipping something before you can. So we had to do some tech wizardry to get behind it, and then we ended up resetting the ship dates for everything, and then we were able to go live. I think it was like 15 something like
minutes. It was like burned in my head.
Yeah. I mean, it was like the longest 16 minutes of our lives. I was like, oh my God, what's going on?
Oh man, I was all kinds of things going through my mind. Jimmy Cobry said we can't still bring back the creative team. And gee, you've been in on every single launch. Here we are, number 20, I think it is. How are you feeling? What thoughts are going through your head?
My head?
Yeah.
I guess I just hope we do really well, and I think we will. And I'm really excited to see what this campaign can do. There's a lot of, we have an exciting new story and a lot of great new cards, and I think this is the best Muerta yet.
Hell yeah. We do Psycho Sean in the house here with us, and he is standing by to answer people's customer service questions along with Nick once we go live. And let's see, what time are we at? We have, holy mackerel, we have about 6 minutes until we launch La Muerta Retaliation. Now that we've done 20 of these Kickstarters, crowdfunding, we've actually done 21 crowdfunding experiences. I wonder if we all have a little bit of an addiction to the lead up, to the launch, and when we're in the launch, in the Kickstarter, I don't even know. What do you guys think?
Definitely. Yeah.
There's an addiction level there. We got Jimmy Calabrese in the house too, handling the marketing and pulling together the broadcast. I'd like to do a big up to Economics and Comics, who are actually doing a simulcast with us, and just a big up to the sick people, and love the sickness over there. I want to take a moment and look in the comments and saying hello to people. So Chad, how are you doing? Chad Gertie, and Carmen is asking, is this the 20th Coffin Kick? I do think it is. I think it's number 20. Dennis Parrish, yes, it was 16 minutes of pure terror. On the other hand, I know that it was sort of exciting and just added like a whole nother layer to it. What I was praying was that it wouldn't, like, we wouldn't have to wait 2 days for launch, but it could have added to the drama. So when we finally went off 16 minutes later, I'm wondering, like, is everybody down? Is everybody showing up? Has everybody tuned out? But, thank the comic gods. They're still around. So, looking, Jason Coates, how are you? I see a lot of Sworn Culture here, part of the live. Jason Coates, Chavin Jordan, hello, thank you, etc., etc. Let's see, what's our timing? We're at 56. We have 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. Mike, we call La Muerta a Mexi Noir story. Can you explain to people what we mean by that?
I mean, if you think of noir as kind of that interplay of shadow and light that you see in those old old great black and white detective movies where you have a character pushed into these positions where they're out of their norm. That's kind of the idea of noir. Now, Mexican noir is the same idea, but you throw in a border sensibility. So you have these like sun-baked landscapes, and everything's kind of yellowed and sun-drenched today, and at night it's all shadow, like you're sculpting out a shadow, which Gold does just as awesomely well. So it's noir in the old sense, but like I said, that border southwestern feel to it, kind of the dirty side, not the sunny, happy cactus side, the dirty side of the southwest.
Too many cameras.
Mexican noir, done very well by Robert Rodriguez. I would say the way it was done. There's some examples of some influences where everything's kind of fried and baked and hot.
Yeah, it's I'd also like to point out that Billy over at Econ tonight is auditioning to be a character in a future La Muerta. He wants to be Senor Enfermo.
Sí, Simón,
Did you see his look?
Yeah, I remember.
We did.
I would put him on a wall somewhere in an alley, have like a billboard or like a poster with some like torn, shredded like Doctor or
Orderly Holmes.
He loved that, so we'll see. I mean, he may prominent. Maybe he'll have a billboard somewhere in some back alley or something.
That's right. Senor Enfermo.
Sick.
Tu loco en tu cabeza.
Ah,
So let's see
gracias.
here at holy mackerel, we're at 58. Holy guacamole, Batman. Here we go again, folks. It's
1 minute.
Crazy. We have less than 2 minutes to go before the Muerta Retaliation launches. We have everyone here. We have the creative team. Big up to Ceci de la Cruz and Marshall Dillon. We got the launch team here to hold it down. We have Brandy Reese. We have Psycho Sean. We have Jimmy Coffin, Brian P. Everyone at the globe at home. And now less than a minute. Nick, it's up to you. Are you seeing Atomic Time? Nick, I want you to count. Tell us when it's 30 seconds to go. Let's count
Atomic
it down
Time,
together, everybody.
We're almost there.
It's not up yet.
That's right, man. You just keep that excitement level way up there. 30 to go.
When it happens, guys, I'm going to go right
go.
through it to show you.
Let's count them down to 10. What?
10.
9, 8, 7, 6,
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Is it live?
All right,
Are we live?
let's
Are
look.
we live?
So,
Click that.
okay.
All right, let's see how. Let's go. We're
There it
going
is.
live. We're seeing if people.
There it is.
No. All right. So far, we're at 0. So
Okay,
that's-
so
we're
what do I do? All right,
I
I'm
need a
on it.
refresh. Let's see how it's going.
Okay. Should we watch the video, guys?
Oh, okay, that's the one. All right, we're still at 0. Are we live?
Hey, I'm the publisher, author, comics, and creator of the Offended Angel, La Muerta, and we are back with an all-new 48-page graphic novel entitled La
There
Muerta
it goes.
Retaliation.
Still nothing. Okay.
Oh, here we're
The
going.
forbidden witchcraft has brought the ruthless cartel boss back from the depths of hell to once again rule the streets. Now Mama Z has only one unyielding desire, to see the
Oh, here we go.
known as La Muerta completely destroyed. To carry out her nefarious plan, Mama Z enlists an army of bloodthirsty psychos and corrupt trigger-happy cops. Relentlessly, they hound La Muerta through the city's meanest streets and most dangerous back alleys. But they made one fatal mistake. They underestimated La Muerta's sheer will to survive. Soon, the hunted becomes the huntress as La Muerta wages a savage war to once again avenge her family's murder, all leading to one of the most brutally violent, bullet-ridden climaxes ever. Bringing this climactic chapter to life is Series illustrator
We're stuck. 45
Cruz,
43 backers. 43 backers.
We got all types of shit happening right now.
9 on 2.
All right.
50 backers. And so close.
Yeah, go.
Go, Jeff. Go, Jeff. Go, Jeff. Go.
Okay. Yeah, look at that. It's already going. Okay, so let's look. Can you see it, Joe?
Now look.
I can see it.
I'm super excited that we got it in 2 minutes, but let me encourage everybody. Please continue to back the campaign.
Digital copy,
Truthfully,
$6.
Our funding goals are what we would call legacy numbers because we started out with those numbers. We continue
$20
them.
original
I
art
must
edition.
admit, in this day and age, it cost a couple more shekels
That's
than
the sketch
$10,000 for Coffin Comics
That's
to
a
fund
sketch
these
cover.
crazy
Yeah, the blank.
programs.
Premiere
So,
edition. Okay.
Psycho Sean is already working.
Digital bundle. Retaliation.
I want to
homage
give a
edition.
shout out to our first.
If you
two
scroll
backers. We
on
have
the left side,
Pat
they'll show the
Elliott,
pictures.
Wendy
Wait, what?
Edwards,
Scroll on
Andy,
that. Yeah.
Mark
Then you can actually see
Woodward,
the pictures.
Justin McCracken, Richard, Christopher Corbett, Paul E, Michael Williams, Jason V,
Okay.
Jason Mills,
That's reward 1.
and Giovanni, and then Celeste.
2.
Oh, and the Great Mountain. Oh, and thank you.
3.
And David B. and Scott Lamont. And where are we at?
4. You get all
Let's
the
do a double
story.
check.
Oh,
We're
that's
3
a
minutes
digital
in.
bundle.
How's the campaign going?
Oh, I like this one here.
We're at 13-9, 13-9. Absolutely incredible. So
Wichmann,
Sean
art
is now going to
interiors,
just reorient that where we see the number and we'll
homage,
let you do your thing.
digital,
So Sean is answering all
stretch
the customers' inquiries.
print,
We're going to see if we can get the
jewel
screen
edition.
back.
Dude, this is. I want this one. Do you think another one has this in it, Joel?
Hold on, I'm sorry. I don't know what I did.
It's okay. It's amazing. We're working it out.
Joel, do you think this one has it with it?
14-5, 83 backers. Thank you so much, everybody. Here we are, 3 minutes into the campaign. Here we go again.
Are you there, Joel?
La Muerta, ridiculous. Already, I'd like to thank the launch team for our successful launch. And actually, Jeff is showing the right priority.
Joe
We
bailed.
have to do a shot.
Joe bailed so he could go order.
Brandy, can you help me?
Yes.
So I'm going to ask Brandy to, you got a free hand, Jimmy. You got a free hand. The 4 of us are here. Only the best for Coffin Comics. I would say even when I was like a poor college kid, it's like you still got to drink with good liquor.
Let's go this way.
Right?
Priorities. So let's stand by for a toast because we got funded. The night is young. Coffin Comics customer service is on the case. I don't know if you guys out there,
66.
Sean and Mike are ready, but I can see that. Mike McLean, can you take us through a toast, please?
339.
To all the backers, to the sworn and fiends, thank you so much. Without you, we are nothing. La Muerta!
La Muerta!
High roller.
Very, very smooth.
Move like water.
Smooth like water.
Right, this set
What's
all
that?
this killer set bundles all the La Muerta, Lady Death, and Hellwitch premiere editions. What the hell?
Everybody at Coffin, I got, I think, 21 bottles out of this one. So,
Retaliation high roller.
Yay, Sherry.
Yeah.
All
Share,
21 bottles?
sharing is caring.
So Jimmy Calabash, you want to step in for a second and anything you want to say?
Whoa, hey guys. This is just the beginning. Just remember, we're going to be blasting you guys with updates because this is an interactive Kickstarter. This is not just one and done. You pledge and then you
Hey,
see
Joel,
what
are you
happens.
there?
Then you promote it,
I'm
then you send it out
Is
to
this
everyone else, and
110
you
right here
unlock more
for
and more
all
goodies
6
as we
books?
go. You know Brian Polito, he doesn't just do a
The
Kickstarter.
110.
He is a Kickstarter. He's a
The one you're looking at right now, the
This
premier
dude, he's
library
gonna- he's
edition,
gonna wrap
is
things up.
every
He's
one
gonna
of their
hype it up. It's gonna
graphic
take a
novels.
while, so stay
Expect
tuned.
the unexpected.
The
Or
one
every one of the
that
premiere
showed it first, right?
This time, all I gotta say is get
Um,
ready, get
I
ready.
wanna get
It's
that.
home. Brian Polito's bringing it this time.
Get ready to rumble.
Also,
On the left-hand side, scroll
Amazing.
to where they're lined up.
Incredible.
It's
We're almost at
26.
20,000.
Does it have a number? Oh, there.
La
Okay.
Muerta, and to offer you a perspective, in the first 24 hours of the last Kickstarter for La Muerta, we hit 26,000. So we're actually closing in very rapidly on that possible record. So cannot thank anybody enough.
All of them.
I'm going to look over at the comments. Adrian saying happy birthday.
All the stretch goals.
Blair, hello. Andy, hello.
And that's it.
Francisca Polito, hello.
I want that.
Adrian, Josh.
So that's number 26.
Thank you for getting it in. Get that, getting your pledge in.
And then I want
Cheers
the
to you,
Suhng K.
Daryl Gene Johnson.
So let's see.
Cheers. Cheers. Okay, guys, while we have you here, let's talk, because what really just, let me see here. What came up there? What happened is, Bob, is you guys actually have begun production on La Muerta Chapter
Weigel.
7.
It got released right now at 7, so like 7 minutes ago.
What can you say about it without...
So just go to Kickstarter.com and search for La Muerta.
Which one is the one, Joe, with the Suhng K? Is it by itself?
The Suhng K was the jeweled edition, I think, for maybe 40 or 60. I can't remember.
Maybe.
Premiere and hardcover edition bundle.
Maybe, Mike, you can infer that La
17.
Muerta Chapter 7 is possibly part of a year-long storyline that involves the entire Coffin verse. But I wouldn't give that away.
Okay.
You were going to see La Muerta and Loco and all the side characters.
Sombra.
Oh, that's just the
we embrace the supernatural a little bit more.
All right, where is my girl Suhng K? I want that one.
Gunplay,
Probably gone.
In this next chapter, and it's been a blast to write. One thing I will say is Mr. Joel Gomez has taken a step forward and is helping me with the storyline as well as doing the art. So he's doing double duty and he's doing an awesome job. So
if you purchase any tier and you want to add more stuff to it, at the top of the Kickstarter page for the La Muerta Retaliation, there's a little picture of Brian Polito. You should be able to click on that, and then there's a way to send them.
I'll show it. So this one good.
Backers, thank you, everybody. Wow. 100 and I think
so
it's 30,
okay, so I want reward 7 and 26.
Anybody out there listening right now?
So I'm gonna do 26 first. Okay, so back this project.
$20,000, make all our hopes and dreams come true.
Okay, so that's what you do. Back
will we ever
the
pass
project,
by?
and then I'm gonna go to 26.
Getting closer over to my left here. Psycho Sean's in your service inquiries.
Okay.
So is Nick G. You can see Nick with a very serious face, very intense.
Okay, so here we go. See, I did 26, right?
Which ones do you want, Lee?
Okay, hey, real quick, Joel. So
Yeah.
I just did 26, right? So I continue.
What does that mean, Brian? What does that mean? We hit that.
Yeah, you can only buy one tier at a time. So what you have to do is you buy whichever tier you want, and then you can add on other tiers.
It feels positive that we're tracking.
Okay, so I just got number 26, right?
On this La Muerta. So I don't know what future holds. But
Now,
first 24
now what do I
hours of
do?
our last
I click on his little picture?
Yeah, you can click on his little picture.
total. And here we
And
are
then
in the
what?
first 10 minutes.
Or go back to the
approaching
campaign
that
itself.
record. So it's feeling good. It's feeling good.
How do I do
That's
that?
right. This is also rocket fuel, guys. That you're infusing.
Edit your
coffee
plan.
cups.
If you go to
We
the
can't do
very
this alone.
top right-hand corner, you see the little globe.
You guys doing it for us and keeping the fun and
Just yeah,
excitement
go
going.
straight to the ones you've already got. There it is.
The madness that is Coffin Comics only
Okay,
exists
so then-
because of you.
So now I go back.
Scroll down just a little bit. Oh, there, his face. You see his face?
Do I do manage my pledge or just add?
No, just click on his face. You should be able to click on that.
Giant, megalomaniacal, out of
Okay, then there should be a thing to email him or to ask a question.
They forgot where it all came from. Coffin
Just scroll
Comics
down.
has not. We know there is nothing between
There, contact me.
you and us.
Okay.
You are the boss.
And then you just say, I would like to
And
do
here
an
we are
add-on.
Closing in on 21. It's crazy.
Brian asked earlier, why is it that we keep doing this? You know, is it addicting? Is it a rush?
and you just
Absolutely.
type in whatever tier that you want to add on.
This crew to work with Mike, to work with Joel, and meet all you guys. to just
It's-
be around him. I mean, the energy.
You know, it's a bit confusing, but the
So
problem, of course,
that's
is
it, right? Do I have to pay for it, or they charge me later?
Into the hands of the fans.
no, yeah, they'll
Yes,
send you a
that-
thing of how
that's
to
addicting.
add on.
You know, it's getting. The
I thought
story
I
out there,
paid for it now.
Entertaining you guys. That's the best part of it. I mean, I never thought I could be a part of something like this. You know, I owe a lot to Brian.
Here,
to
let me
let
ask.
be a part of
This
this.
is
And
important.
It's humbling, you know, to know that there's so many fans out there who are enjoying the kind of content that we're creating and we're putting out there for you. So yes, is it addicting? 100%.
Brian,
And let me chime in on that. It is addicting because it's the immediate scorecard of people's interests. And anyone who, some of you out there,
The thing is,
maybe
it's
new to
Kickstarter that does
Coffin,
that. They
but
don't
those of
allow you to buy multiple.
Well, those of you who are new,
shares
we
at
want to
the
let you know that we put the money back into the projects and into the culture. We do wild printing techniques. We continue to improve our headquarters so that when people visit, it's a wild experience. And
Yeah, that's
part of
true,
the
Evil
incredible
Animosity.
thing is,
So if you
even though
back
we're now
any tier,
releasing
at
stories
the very
like
end of the campaign,
Retaliation,
you can still add on
Mike and
some
I and
things
Joe,
too.
we're
So
already
that's another
working
way
on
to do it.
stuff for next year, next February, next May, and Mike and I are plotting past that into 2022. And I feel so. I don't know about you, Mike, but I always feel like behind. I feel like
Yeah, Bill,
I
you can
so
also
want to get
go,
to
there's
that next piece, but
there's
that's
a
probably
Nelly
my
that-
nature.
you can go to
I
the
mean,
thing that says manage
2020
play,
is
and you
incredible.
can add on $1
Coming
amount.
up, we have Retaliation.
I
but
thought
then
that's
after
how you
that,
did
we
it.
have
Yeah, you can do it that way.
Treacherous
I usually just
and this is
do the
Lady
contacting
Death
thing,
people
but-
have been waiting for.
let me ask if I
Utter
get.
evil unleashed on the unsuspecting population of New Orleans,
Lee,
right in
there
the
isn't
middle of
just a
Mardi
regular
Gras.
tier that you want.
Stuff happens in that storyline that we could never go back on. Mike, do you have anything to say
Let's
about
get the Mega Baller tier, Lee, and then you
Brian.
get
Much away. It's going to be a very
Jimmy,
It's going to be Lady Death like you've only seen her in the past.
Jimmy, I have a question for you,
We've gotten
Jimmy.
a taste of what's coming up in Blasphemy Anthem. We'll see. It's going to be a Lady Death born in that wicked evilness that she had before, and the world will never be the same. Characters' lives will
Jimmy,
change. Will there be character death? I don't know. Will characters make it through this? They won't make it through unscathed. That's about as much as I could tell without giving away too much.
Absolutely. We are
Brian.
15. Thank our partner at Economics.
I got a question.
Sickos are insane.
Brian, I have a question.
Big up to the sickos. Obviously, to Billy.
Brian,
You know, it's truly amazing that Billy's zip code. It's just there's something in the water. Think about it. There's something in the water in the
hey, Brian, can you hear me?
west of the United States of America, where all the major comic Kickstarter guys and gals are. You got Mendoza out in Vegas. Big up to Mendoza, who just passed 100K on Sad Girl 3. Guys like Marat, Mychaels, etc. There's something in the water, man. Something in the water. I'm checking the comments. So David Fraga is suggesting a Deadly Duo card. That's something to consider. Chad, let's see here, saying Lady Death during Mardi Gras sweet. Yes, it is. Okay, so Billy has a question for Brian. Let's hear what Billy Drayden has to say. What's up, Billy?
Hey, Brian, so when we're doing an add-on, okay?
Billy from Econ.
When we're doing an add-on,
I hear you.
when we're doing an add-on,
Yeah.
turn the volume up. Can you hear me? Can you hear
I
me?
can hear you. It's broken up.
We're choppy. We're choppy here.
When we're doing an add-on, do we just message
I can
you,
hear
or
you better now? Yeah.
when we're doing an add-on, do we just message you, or do we go and contribute more money?
Yeah. Okay. So Billy, let me answer your question. You're asking, once a person has placed a pledge, but they're interested in adding something on, what do you need to do? Sean, would you mind actually showing them via the graphic? So Jimmy's camera will show you. So let's not show the back end, but we'll show you exactly how to do an add-on. So give us 1 minute and hit view project.
So Brian, I got one, and then I emailed
Yes.
that I wanted a different tier. But don't I still have to go to add an additional donation?
Yes. Yeah. In fact, I mean, actually, yes. So this is what you want to do. You want to pick one particular reward. And then if you want to add on, let's add on another comic that costs $26. You're actually going to add that to your total. But you're going to send us a message through Kickstarter itself. Sean will show you how that's done. And when you send us the message, when you hear us confirm your overpledge or your add-on, then you know you were taken care of. That add-on or overpledge will show up during the survey period, and we will have it recorded. So this is where you want to send the message.
So I sent the message.
There's the Brian Polito graphic, and right underneath it, you're going to click on it.
I forgot. I already showed them how to
contact me, but
I showed them how to do it, and I sent the email, but I didn't add the money.
Yeah, Bill, you just go to manage your pledge, and you can physically add any dollar amount you want.
Let me do that. So please, when you choose your reward, let's say you chose the Premier Edition, and yet you want to add the Jeweled Edition. What you do is you choose your reward, and then there'll be an opportunity to add additional funds. You'll add the additional fund for the jewel. Then you will send us a message. We will confirm it. We'll see that you've added the funds. And then we'll confirm it, and that'll officiate it. And we will have it recorded, and you will see it show up during the survey period.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
So I can go to edit my pledge then, because I already did a certain amount. Edit my pledge. So I brought the tier 26. So I want to add tier 7, which was $40. So I just add the additional to the pledge amount.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, Billy, let me admit to you that you're really breaking up. It's unusual because I know we're in the same zip code. But if I'm hearing you correctly, yes, that's what you do.
Okay.
If you have any further questions and we're not clear, please contact us at inquiries@coffincomics.com. Can you go up on the graphic? We are open. We're open tonight for another couple of hours, but generally we're open from 9 to 5 to answer your questions. You will send us a message. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and you can simply send us a message. That graphic for you to contact us is right there on our Kickstarter campaign page. And it actually does explain to you how to contact us.
Yeah, I did it. I just wanted to make sure that if I edited it.
I apologize, Billy, you're breaking. So hopefully that.
Okay. Well, if you want when you're done,
breaking up so much, unfortunately, I can't. I think you could keep talking, and I'm not going to because you're breaking up a lot. Billy, I'm going to move off because we can't get it. It's like every third word is broken. So moving on into comments.
So it's basically two parts. The first part is you have to go to manage your pledge and add the actual dollar amount of what the extra thing you want to buy.
Yeah, I did.
And then you have to message them and say what it is what you want.
Thank you, Billy. I would like to emphasize to the all new backers.
It's also available at the very end
of the
campaign as well.
It's
so
okay.
if you have a $40 overpledge, they're not going to just take your $40 and not give you something for it. They'll ask at the end what that $40 is for.
The one thing that I might request is
trying to get Joel Gomez in here
for the first 12 hours. Patient, where we have two of the volume. We'll absolutely empirically get back.
Did someone join already?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So basically, this is what you do. You pick whichever pledge you buy. You can either add the additional amount of the other tier that you want to it, or when you're done, you can go back and edit and add the amount. Then you just message them like I did if you were watching. So I got the tier 26, which was $110. Then I sent him a message. Then I went back and I added the Sun K variant.
Ask Joel and Mike before you jump over to economics and comics, if there's anything that you'd like to say to the
I'll be right back, Joel.
Okay.
As usual, it's not like a broken record, but it really is what Brian said. There's nothing between us and you. You give us the lifeblood that we need to continue making these stories, and it's just so rewarding to see the support that you have for us. And I just can't thank you enough. This is a dream come true to be able to tell these stories with Brian and Joel and all the great cover artists and working with the whole Coffin crew. So you guys out there have made this dream possible, and I just can't thank you enough. I have true gratitude for all of it. And man, what's better than comics? Come on. It's the most fun you can have.
Right. More fun than House of Monkeys. How about you, Joel? 26.
So when Joel Gomez is going to join us, and then I'll try to get Mike McLean and Brian in here too, so it's a little bit clearer. Joel, talk to the people. I'm going to get a refill on my coffee.
Are you going to kick me out? There can't be two Joels in the same.
If Brian comes on while I'm gone, tell him to share the link with Mike McLean and himself.
Okay. What do you want to know, Marcos Big Droops? And Christian Lupp is correct. If you're going to get a tier, I would get the limited tier and then do an add-on of the one that's not limited. But
you don't want to miss any part of this because we're committed to this, and I'm really excited.
Lee, if you want, you can just let me know which comic you want, and I can always do an add-on on my thing. But I will say it's probably better if you can try and get it yourself, because you will get the stretch goals, which is a pack of a bunch of free cool stuff. I know, like the previous campaign for like Lady Death, there was like 2 free comics in there. There was magnets and little metallic cards and bookmarks and stickers and just all kinds of really cool little things. So it's worth getting your own.
Did you get your Lady Death one yet? The new one, Joel? Jesus, is it just me now? Dude, this is insane. All right, let's get them to come in fresh. So basically, this is the deal. Holmes, you go, you follow, do the Kickstarter, you type in La Muerta, you sign up, all that. You figure out which tier you want, you buy it. If there's another tier you want, you can edit your pledge to the additional amount and then message them an email saying you want that tier.
Retaliation, or in the search term, come to our campaign page and scroll down. You're going to get a lot of instruction on how to communicate with us and become familiar with the vernacular of this thing called Kickstarter and crowdfunding, because there are a lot of little code words. We don't mean it. It's how it goes. So the way a crowdfunding campaign works is on the side of the campaign, you're going to see a series of things called rewards, and that's the equivalent of products. In our case, we're offering about 30 different rewards tiers that you can choose. Take your time, read them, become familiar. There'll be graphics that explain exactly what you'd be getting. So in the upper left-hand side of all of our graphics is actually the number of the reward, And then to the right, you'll actually see the written description.
Okay, waiting for Joel.
And it says, Brian, can I join you guys as well as Mike? Yes, I can. So just wanted to let you guys know about that. And I'm going to double check to see if there's any final questions here. John Taylor, thank you very much. And Wendy, thank you. So let's go back to the full screen and our entire team. And as we conclude this particular live stream, we're actually going to jump over to economics and comics. I'd also like to let you know that we'll all be doing different sorts of promotion throughout the course of this campaign. But for those of you who know Coffin Comics campaign, please expect the unexpected.
Damn, Jeremiah.
There's a lot more shenanigans coming up. And for those of you who are new to our campaigns, expect the unexpected. I'd like to hear, in conclusion, from Nick, is there anything you'd like to say to the people?
Thank you, everybody. You guys can
Not yet, Christian.
Surprise us with all of these campaigns we do. A lot of times we don't really know what to expect, and we really appreciate you guys sticking with us and making us strong. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nick, of course. And do we still have Fang on? Is Jeff Fang on?
Looks like he dropped.
Yeah. We might have lost Jeff Fang, our secret weapon, but he is indeed our secret weapon. So in conclusion, we're going to jump off this particular stream. Thank you so much, everybody. Our campaign literally has just begun, and we're going to jump over to YouTube and to economics and comics. So you guys have been great. We've been the Coffin Comics crew. We're going to holla. Thank you so much, everybody. We're going to holler. Swarm, we're going to holla at you all later. Later. Later, alligator.
See you, Billy.
See you, me.
All right, so they're going to all join up right now. Joel Gomez said he was going to put Senor Enfermo on like the wall in the background of La Muerta number 7, which I think is funny.
Hello,
My brother.
hey,
Senor Enfermo aquí. Look, dude. Look what
I see that. That looks amazing.
I put you up special.
Whoop whoop.
Oh, Joel's internet cut out. And then I wanted to show everyone the original piece you did for me. You misspelled Infermo though. And
you mean the Senor and Doctor?
Well, Senor Enfermo, but I think Enfermo in Spanish is E-N-F.
Oh, see, that's
okay. You're not as Latino or anything, right?
No, you know what it is? I have to do it right in the poster that's in the comic.
I hope so. That's why I'm telling you now. It's right here, man. Senor Enfermo. Gotta make sure you remember. Real quick, do you want to share this link or I never sent it to Mike.
Mike McLean?
Yeah, here's Brian. Maybe Brian can share it with Mike because I never shared it.
Can you share it with Mike? Thank you.
I don't have Mike.
Jimmy's gonna see if he could grab Mike.
Okay. And the other Joel, Joel that was with us, his internet went down. He was with us the whole time, but man, the whole thing was just all over the place. That multiple stream.
That was buck wild.
We couldn't hear half the time. Anyway, to clarify, so if you go real quick, if you go to Kickstarter.com and you type in La Muerta, the new one Retaliation will pop up. You sign up or whatever to Kickstarter. Then you go through all the tiers and pick the tiers. Write down the tiers that you like. Then you pick one because you can only pick one. Okay. And then you can go back and edit the total you're donating or whatever they call it to and add up the other tiers into one payment. Then you email them. There's a little earth sign. You email them through there to Brian and say, look, I wanted to add tier 7 or whatever. And they'll take care of it all at the end. I did it once before for the last Lady Death one, but that was the first time. And now I'm like a Kickstarter crazy. I did the McFarlane. Now I'm doing this again, and I totally forgot how to do it. So anyway, super excited. I'm really excited because I got that tier 26, which is all 6 of the books.
Thank you. So that's the library.
Yeah, I wanted that the whole time, but I'm glad I waited because we did something recently, and I was like, oh, wait for a sec. And now I get the 6th book. And so, and then I went and I readjusted so I could get the Suhng K as well. I tried to get her. I don't know if she'll be joining or not, but I added that as well. So I got the whole 6 and the Suhng K. And of course, Joel, I wanted yours too, but I already got some of your stuff right there. So I think an original,
right.
It's pretty good. Did you see Brian? He did for my birthday. He did the sick cupcake.
That's awesome.
And this is
better. That's better than you deserve. That's amazing.
I know. And isn't there an option you can get in the campaign where he'll do a sketch cover? I thought you were talking about that.
Yeah. You have the full figure, and then there's also a bust shot. There's 2 tiers that you can check out, and you get your own full figure or bust shot of La Muerta herself or Mama Z, her arch nemesis. Which I love drawing both. So yeah, guys, check it out. It's a real blast. I enjoy drawing those things.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I absolutely love this stuff. So I'm really happy. So you already passed your goal already.
Yeah, we're at about a half hour in. We're at 28K. That's definitely, from a timing perspective, a record for La Muerta.
That's great.
Really? Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep, for this period of time, yeah. I think that took 24 hours last time.
Really? Oh, that's awesome, man. That's great.
Yeah, it's really incredible. So here, Comic Crazy. Brian, you're such a kind guy. Well, thanks, man. Thank you very much, man. I feel in a non-religious way, I'm a very blessed person.
Did you see the new intro I did where, like, at the beginning, you're opening up the door?
Yes, I did. That was cool.
And then at the end is Lady Death, and she's like this, and it like zooms out. Dude, it was so perfect for that.
That was cool.
So I don't know if Mike's going to be able to join or not, but what was it like, Joel, doing this whole series? I mean, the idea behind it, and you said it's really action packed. Did you? I know you like to put a lot of extras into the backgrounds and stuff like that, like we were saying. Yeah. So is it very visually, just a lot of stuff going on?
Yeah, I kind of build it crescendos. By the end of this particular chapter, it gets really dense with information and action and stuff like that. But it's kind of how the momentum of the story and the characters, how it ends this way. And so I think I was feeling it as much as I was just trying to draw it in. Like it just comes to a point where I've been drawing this book for a while, and I'm starting to know more about each character and frankly, the newest thing that I really enjoy is every time Loco shows up, this particular character that we introduced in La Muerta Chapter 3. And he's really grown on me, man. He's just like, it's like good cop, bad cop with the 2 of these characters. And you see a lot of that in this particular chapter. And it's the beginning of some interesting stuff that we're diving into regarding Maria and the relationships around her. And so we touch on it in this chapter, and you start to see it's not just Maria, aka La Muerta, by herself, but now it's Loco, and it's his assistant Alfredo, and then Riza. And so these characters that we've introduced in chapters 2 and 3, they start to fulfill a larger role in this story, and you really see that in this chapter. And without them, I don't know what Maria La Muerta would do. And so it's pretty cool. It's slowly becoming things about relationships with these characters, and in a lot of ways, just like all of us, I mean, what we're defined by the relationships we have. Who do we like? Who do we not like? Who are we around? And that's what gives you an affinity for these people or these characters. And it's starting to, I feel like this story is starting to have that in it. So it's really exciting. And this chapter, you see a lot of that.
I got to say 2 things. Number one, I'm a cover guy. Like you saw, Brian, like I freak out. So I don't want to touch the books. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to say is I'm really happy that I got the whole set, because now I'm going to sit down when I get them and read the whole thing. And I'm really excited to do that, like a fresh look at it. The other thing I want to say is when we did the Lady Death, and we were there in Economicon and all that craziness. I have been seeing results from everybody on my fan base that got the graded options, and they're all getting 9.9s. They're all getting mint 9.9 slabs. It's crazy. Some might get a 9.8, but there's a lot of 9.9s.
Billy, holler at your boy.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying. So those options. Now, this is different though, because that wasn't the Kickstarter. That was the event, like your first con. Now, if they wanted to, is there a way that they can have these books that they're getting from the Kickstarter slab?
Absolutely. So we'll offer that grading option during the survey period.
Oh, okay.
No problem. So yeah, we'll let people know that that's happening. And for sure, I see Lisa Medcalf saying that she got that 9.9, and I'm happy. We work with really good printing partners. Our quality control folks check diligently, and we kind of know the game. If anyone knows me, I'm a collector myself, so I'm nutty about that kind of stuff. I'm really grateful to hear that things are coming back good. And yes, of course, we will undoubtedly be offering CGC facilitation on these books. The only book that we can't offer grading on are the ones that involve the jewels, because the actual little jewels make the book too tall, and they scratch against the surface of the slab.
So the Sun K, I can't get them.
You can get it, but we can't slab it. And then the next question you're going to ask is, Brian, can you get me one without jewels? And I'll say, dude, I love you like a brother. I mean, we can't do that because that's
I'll be looking around for the mock-up.
Okay, that's the move. Maybe that's the move.
Yeah, I don't know. The mock-ups don't have the jewels, do they?
They do. In fact, give me 1 minute. I'll show you. They're pretty rad. I'll be right back.
29K, by the way.
That's awesome. So just so you know, Joel, later after the show, I'm going to message you about something I want to propose to you, something interesting.
Sure.
So when, I know we're just talking, but when do you get started on number 7? Are you already working on it, or?
Yeah, actually, Mike McLean and I, we kind of did an outline and ran it by El Jefe to see what his thoughts were on it. And I got my first 10 pages of script approved, and I'm ready to roll. So it's kind of fun because it gives me a chance to really kind of play up some stuff that's already happening. And Mike and Brian had already talked up things they want to see. So I think it's going to be pretty epic. There's a lot of stuff going on that it's huge. There's some big things that are touching into other things that are outside of La Muerta's neighborhood, if you will. And so it's interesting, and we're touching in on a lot more stuff regarding that familiar or family aspect of things. So it's just it's a bigger story than we've seen before.
So I'm going to answer the question. So the complete edition won't ship until August. That's accurate. But please understand that at this point, everything is done on this project except the printing. So this campaign will conclude on, I think it's June 19th.
So it's a month.
Less a month, 29 days. We'll go to press right then and there. Like literally that Monday, we'll press the button. But then we'll get it into your hands right around that August period. And thank you, Comic Crazy. Thank you, man.
There's your boy, the Comic Joel. That's Joel right there.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
So by request, here's the Sun K Jewel.
Ooh, that is awesome.
Okay, what do you want for it?
oh, the mock. We're going to have to sidebar that one. I like the mocks too. I don't know.
Oh my God, I really like that too, but I was limited funds. There's so many. There's
Jonboy.
That was awesome. I like
Joel,
that one.
the one you did where she's got her dress. You did all the different covers.
Right.
The one with
the Infinity Verse.
Is that the one where her dress is moving?
The flamenco.
The
flamenco. Right.
Motion on that is fire. Like,
oh, thanks, man.
It pops really hard. It's hard to not look at it. Like you see it, but then you're looking right at the dress. It's almost dimensional.
It's just crazy. It's like I was saying before, where I'm just lucky, man. I get to work on this. She's such a cool character. It's easy for me to dive in and find something fun to play around with the character. And I've drawn her for such a while that it's almost like I would imagine what she would think. I'm like, oh, she's not going to want to look like this. She doesn't want to be posed like this. And so hats off to these guys for creating, man, what I consider like one of the most unique characters. And I just dig it. It's kind of got a revenge aspect. It's crime noir. It's edgy, but she's a badass. And I always try to reflect that in the way I depict her, because I imagine in my mind, I want to be a badass. And so I figure, you know, some girls, they want to be badass too. And so I'm always thinking in that regard. And I always think of it like a movie. So I'm just lucky to be able to draw this book, man.
Man is crazy, dude. I almost died in that power hour.
Man, we should do another power hour. In fact, Billy, I'm challenging us. We should do it. So sometime this summer, we got to lay it down, man, and give the people what they want. Who are you and I to tell people what they want?
You know, that would be interesting. That would be interesting, you know, like not a Comic-Con thing, but like maybe like an hour and a half, come down and do like a open up the vault. You know,
maybe we could open the vault up for an hour for the sickos. I don't know. If we hear enough comments that say open the vault, open the vault, open the vault, maybe we'll do it. I just want to say, Christian, thank you so much. It's true. La Muerta's favorite food is corn dogs.
Thank you so much.
It's an insider thing. Christian, it's absolutely true.
Very much. Couldn't even get a draw last time. Hey, hopefully you get a drawing this time.
And you guys, you know, of course, I, you know, not to get away from retaliation, but Joel does take commissions when he's not too busy. I got one. I'm extremely happy. It's exactly what I asked him to do. 100%. It is so. I mean, I want to show it up close.
By the way, 200 away from 30K.
Woo-hoo! What?
That's awesome. Holy cow,
That's
man.
Crazy.
I'm excited.
Look at how clean that is. I mean, it is gorgeous.
Joel, did you get a scan of that?
I did. I have one. I have high res ready just in case.
That's what I always ask.
I mean, so it was very similar to the one he did that I asked. He had a little sketch on when we were doing that special for Joel.
Right. There's a sketch
and
cover.
I said, I want exactly that, just, you know, more, you know. And you can see the hair and everything. I mean, it's just fantastic. It's absolutely.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
I feel like I stole from you, kind of. So I feel I really do. So, but I love it, and I love your art, and I love Coffin Comics. I love everything about you guys. It's it sucks to be you're there and I'm here. I want to be there, you know. But
we're all here.
Yeah.
We're here, man. I know we all met. It was like kismet. It's crazy that we're all down the block from each other, literally.
And you don't know how long I've been waiting. I mean, every year I'd see you at con and say hi or get like an instant edition or just, and then I heard rumor about the headquarters for years. I heard headquarters. I'm like, where?
You'll all be like, Mr. Polito, can you sign my comic book?
I did that one time. We were in the bathroom, both peeing next to each other. I'm like, hey, Brian. He's like, hey. I swear to God, it comes. Oh, look, here's the other Joel.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Oh, no, that means we have to battle to the death. There can't be two Joels in one place.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
It's like Highlander. There can only be one.
It's so rare seeing another Joel. You know, it's such a rare thing. You know.
It's not
I will point out that we got 4 open the vaults, so I think the people have spoken. We'll see.
Oh, that's good.
Maybe we'll do something special, and I'll hype it up for everybody so we can do that. But
we got some fun things planned. Obviously, we're starting the Retaliation Kickstarter, and we do have plans afoot for the summer.
Just past 30K.
We did it. 30K in the house.
That's awesome. I can't believe that.
Oh, yeah. Also, Brian, I got, after that event, and we were talking about Sworn Fest, and there'll be a spot for me and Joel at Sworn Fest. A bunch of my subscribers paid for Sworn Fest tickets.
Great.
They're flying here. I think they're staying at that little hotel right there by the center. Great. I like that hotel, actually. That's like the only cool hotel in Mesa, but
it's nice. It's swanky.
Yeah, swanky.
And so it's going to be this crazy reunion for me with these guys. I've never met them. They're from all over the place. So
I mean, Joel, how would you explain like our last festival? What was that experience like for you?
You know, when I had no idea what to expect, and when I went, like the initial concept was like, oh, remember back in the day when conventions used to just be in the ballrooms of hotels, and I was like, oh yeah, and we went, and like it was just the craziest thing. It was like a lot of normal, regular, small conventions are like a shotgun blast in the sense that they try to diversify enough to get everybody to come through the door. Whereas what we had at that time, Fiend Fest, it was like the focus of a laser. Everything was specific to what these people wanted to see, and we had everything they wanted. And it was like it was a very focused group of things that people wanted to be there for. And honestly, I've met 3 or 4 people through that experience that I keep in touch with just on the message boards or like on Facebook and the groups. And now I've met even more people that through the Sworn Nation that we have in the Facebook group that I've made like 10 to 12 new friends just from the Coffin fans that I'm looking forward to hanging out with at Sworn Fest and just having a good time, having drinks and talking art and comics. And it's a community of us that all enjoy this type of entertainment and this type of like story. And so I'm all for it, man. I'm excited that hopefully it's just bigger and better than the first one. It was such an experience and exciting to realize we were all into the same stuff and everybody was awesome. I loved it.
Brian, how many tickets are available for the Sworn Fest?
I think we're limiting it to 666 this time around.
That makes sense.
On brand.
Honestly, that's a lot, but it isn't really. If you're doing, it's the Mesa downtown, right next to the hotel, right?
Yeah. And so what we're doing is we are taking over what's called Building B, and that'll be a great space for that amount of folks. So we're going to have that entire building. We're going to have a theater. We're going to do rock and roll karaoke on Saturday night. We have,
awesome.
our big dealer room, and it's just us. We don't have outside vendors. It's all just Coffin stuff, Coffin talent, Coffin partners, Coffin alliances. We have a trading post. People could bring their stuff for buy, sell. You sign up for it.
Oh, that's cool.
Panels. Yeah, it's super cool. People love it. We'll have you guys clearly, but we'll have panels. We have artist jams. We create brand new editions on the spot and deliver them.
I love those. Those are some of my favorites. The instant.
Actually, one of the cooler things we're going to do is we're going to have a professionally run scavenger hunt. So, in a different lifetime, in another life, I'm one of the owners of Tucson Comic-Con, and our exhibits manager is a phenomenal designer of those types of things, and so he's agreed he's going to come in and make it very specific. And our last scavenger hunt at Tucson Comic-Con involved something like in excess of 100 things you had to do to win, and it was super fun. So the scavenger hunt will be like a whole nother track. You're going to be either on it or not. But
will it be a specific day, or
it'll take the whole weekend? Yeah,
so it's 3 days, right? Or is it 2?
No, our event begins on a Friday night where we have an opening night party mixer. And then we open up the entire event all day Saturday from 10 to 7, I think. And then same thing, Sunday, 10 to 5. We have a party Friday night. We have a party that goes till 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. That's going to be the rock and roll karaoke party where we're going to have a rock and roll karaoke.
That's why I like what Joel said, is that it's so specific. Like everyone that's going to go is going there for Coffin, like, and it's like Disneyland for anyone that loves Coffin.
That's what it is. Yeah.
It's just a bigger HQ, and all the artists are there. So not to get off topic, Kickstarter, Muerta, but who have you announced so far that's going to be going to that? And are you
so far?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Let me also say, Sworn Fest will also include guided tours of HQ.
That's awesome. That is the best part, dude. So what we do actually is
we literally have a shuttle and we bring people over in groups.
Wow.
And Jimmy Calabrese and others actually give a guided tour. And HQ, which you guys, both Joel and Billy, have been in, it's pretty rad if you're into this stuff. And
it's the best.
And I'm actually in the beginning. Well, my plan for HQV2 exists, and now we're actually starting to enact it. So if you've been to HQ in the past, when you come to HQ in 2021, it'll be very enhanced. So in terms of who we've announced so far, we have Dawn McTague and Brian Polito. We have Diego Bernard coming in from Brazil.
What? That's awesome.
Yep. And then we have Mike McLean. And then we've announced Dan Mendoza and Marshall Dillon.
Wow.
Nice.
So will Joel Gomez be there? Every month
better
announcing. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned.
I want to get one sketch cover with everybody's art on. Oh man,
that's a great idea, man.
That's a cool idea.
Master Jam is what I want.
That's a great idea.
Master Jam.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's really exciting. I gotta
say one thing real quick that blew my mind when they had the Fiend Fest and they were doing the tours at the HQ. It was so amazing to me that no detail was missed. Like you go into the bathroom, black toilet paper.
Oh, at the HQ? Or at the
it was insane. They had such cool ass stuff everywhere, and then they even had black toilet paper. I was like, wow, this is amazing. You know,
at HQ they have like the water the soap dispenser is a skull.
Yes,
black.
Of course.
I mean, dude, everything's black. I love black, but it's.
I got to tell you, having a black bathroom takes so much maintenance. You look at it wrong, and it's like dirty.
The museum part too, though, that's really kick-ass, dude.
He has like the history. Incredible. What a blessing!
Awesome. It's so cool. He has these files that he pulls out, and you see like it's just the presentation of everything is so beautiful, and it's just like really well thought out. Like I said, they skip no detail, man. They got it all figured out.
It's so much fun, and a lot of actually by that time, about 25% of the archive will be changed. And
wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
wow.
Coffin Comics has acquired more items and will bring more items out of the permanent vault as well.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, I would also like. I mean, this is kind of a tease for people who are like super hardcore, but I would go so far as to say recently, in the last 4 months, Coffin Comics has acquired some of the most important images created around during that early era of Chaos Comics. Some truly remarkable pieces of work Coffin Comics has acquired to put on display for everybody to see. Be pretty cool.
Some of the original stuff, is that what you're saying, or
maybe?
I want that the original Lady Death that you have right when you walk down the ramp into your
the Julie Bell.
Yeah.
The painting. That thing is amazing.
Chaos Quarterly.
Yeah, Chaos Quarterly.
Like, that's like a dream piece for me. Like one of my favorite of all time.
It's a very powerful image by Julie.
Yeah.
So Marcos, Joel Gomez, it depends, is offering commissions through our current Kickstarter.
Yeah, that would be good to do.
A mid-waist and up drawing of La Muerta or Mama Z would be $99.
Right.
And then a full body would be $175. And they're phenomenal. And I don't want to speak for Joel, but I'd actually like for people to consider to direct the commissions towards the Kickstarter, because it just helps the Kickstarter.
That's kind of the only commissions at the time I'm taking or for the Kickstarter, because for me that's my primary focus is this book and making this book and get out into everybody's hands. So for now I'm focused on that at the moment, but I do appreciate the consideration. Just let's try and maybe the Kickstarter, check it out. I'll make sure to hook you up.
Use the Kickstarter for sure, guys. So would this be a 3/4, or what would you consider that?
That's a bust shot. Sometimes like the full figure shots, sometimes I'm more caught up with the idea of something and it'll start spilling over to the back side of the page. But it's all about just making something kick ass. You'll see the bust shot. It's a lot bigger than some people would make it. A lot of times bust shot is like rib cage up, and my dumbass goes further down because I want to draw more and I want to keep drawing these characters. To me, it's like practice. It's like going to the gym. And so this is like, hey, I'm working on my pecs or whatever, I just love drawing the characters,
Yeah, you guys won't be sorry. If you get a commission, do it through the Kickstarter.
Yeah,
you will
please
not
do.
be sorry. I promise you. His work is incredible.
Thank
Promise
you. Hey, you know what? By the way, I got to throw this out there just because it's random and Brian's there and maybe he's by. No, he's not by himself. There's the rumor. I don't know if it's true. I heard it, but I heard that maybe HQ might be haunted. I don't know. Is this true?
Yeah, that's a story. Francisca tells the story much better, but the HQ, this building formerly was an eye doctor's office, 2 eye doctors. And what was described to me is some pretty horrific eye surgeries had to happen.
God.
No joke. And when we took possession of HQ and we started changing it around, several people who were sensitive on that bandwidth started sensing spirits. And no joke, we literally brought someone in to exorcise the spirits out and kind of move them on their journey. It actually happened.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that
Yeah,
wild?
I didn't feel it when I was there, but that must have been before.
Well, we cleaned them out. We encouraged them to move on.
Yeah,
I think
they were caught in their pain, and their pain occurred here.
I think they're in Julian's little back room. I think they're back there with him because he was exorcising a demon last time I was with him.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You ever see that Slayer video?
I'm high on what do you say? Been sniffing books or something. I can't remember. It was
Huffing.
Yeah.
Huffing.
We huff books here.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, if you want great story, great art, great quality comics, this is it. La Muerta. I would suggest this is what I did. I got all 6.
Nice.
I just got all 6 and I got a bonus. I think I walked out the door 150. I got the Sun K and I got the full set, which I really wanted. Now, all the internal is done by you, Joel, right?
Correct. I'm the interior artist. Yeah.
Is the writing's by McLean and both of you guys? Or
No. Mike is writing this particular issue. I helped Mike out starting with chapter 7. But this was a fun little romp because in some respects it kind of like we wrap up the beginning story arc that we had in the first 5 chapters, and we kind of it's a nice little kind of bow at the end there because it also leaves a lot there that we have to pick up on later, and the neatest part about it is that through these first 5 stories you get to learn of Maria, but now also Loco and Riza and Alfredo and Sombra, and all these characters are becoming like spokes on a wheel. And the story of La Muerta revolves around all of this and the relationships between these characters. And so I'm really excited to see what people think of how we culminated all of this into this huge action sequence that takes place at the end of this particular story. But there's so much more, man. There's so much more. But we packed a lot of action into this particular story.
BB, the answer is yes. Joel Gomez's commissions from the Kickstarter can absolutely be CGC. We can facilitate it, no problem. That's what we do.
So at the end, when they send their final stuff, you can comment that, right? I would like to get this slabbed, or
yeah. So what'll happen is when we conclude the campaign, thereafter we'll send out a survey and invite you to a survey tool we use called CrowdOx. And then you can put down your preferences with grading or not grading, signed or not signed. It'll all be right there during the survey period. There'll be a little pull-down claw that'll allow you to make that choice. And we're probably grading those somewhere. I believe it'll be in the area. What would we grade a sketchbook or sketch cover? Is it 45?
No, you know what? It's a little bit more
What is
because
it?
the book itself ends up being more expensive. So I think it's 65.
It's
the worth of the book.
Yeah, it's $65, and then is shipping.
And then shipping for like $14 in the United States.
And then shipping will be $14 in the United States for the first book. And what will happen is we facilitate the book, get it to CGC. CGC will grade it, and then we'll ship to you directly for that $15.
I gotta say again, I mean, I was absolutely amazed, because everyone sends me pictures, of the graded book returns from that Lady Death, and I kicked myself because I was even commenting when we were live. You guys, these are the best quality books. I haven't seen one ding. They're perfectly cut. They're, during the feed. And I mean, it's proof. I mean, 9 9s on a consistent basis is not something easy to get.
It's not. Like the other day, we got a customer service message during that exact same time frame. Someone pulled 2 10s.
Yeah, wow. I don't doubt that at all.
Wow.
One customer pulled 2 10s out of that.
And a lot of them were like sketch, the ones where it had the little coffin where the artist could sketch in it.
Yeah.
People are getting 9 9s on those too. I'm like, damn. Even after being sketched on. So
we're rigorous, and we do work with print partners who are equally committed, and then our customer service or our warehouse staff and team are quality controlling everything. We reject stuff that doesn't look good, and I guess the proof is in the pudding. We're very rigorous, wouldn't you say, Brandy?
I would.
Brandy said yes, we're very rigorous.
BB, it'll be a yellow label, BB. Or
yeah, yellow
and graded. And then Lisa, that would be the extra, but you have to order the sketch art from this Kickstarter currently.
It's a tier in this Kickstarter.
Tier.
Yep. So Lisa, there's 2 sketch-related tiers. One will be $99. That includes the branded blank sketch cover, branded to this particular campaign, and then Joel's work. That's for mid-waist and up, or $175 for full body, and then the cost of grading is separate. And pardon me, the additional cost to ship from CGC to you would be that other charge.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty exciting. I'm really happy and excited for you guys, and I got to be honest, I'm really happy that you let me be a part of it. It was a little bit choppy at there. I might do some editing on this video and split them into 2 or something. One with the interview and one with the Kickstarter, but I'm really happy, and I really hope this does real well for you. I love the art. I love the
thank you, man.
We're really off to the races. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's reward number 24 is the original art. From
there you go.
24.
So yeah, search for the reward number 24.
There's this new show on TV. It's Penny Dreadful.
Yeah.
Something.
It's a new season. Yeah. The La Muerta one. It has like the Dia de los Muertos motif.
Yes. Yeah. And I keep thinking about this. It's really weird. It has a lot to do with Nazis and all types of weird stuff. But,
yeah. What's fun though is about this whole thing is it's just been a fun ride, and I've kind of seen some of the stuff that Mike and Brian have planned, and it's amazing. And man, even recently, I saw Brian, or not Brian, but I saw a buddy of mine, Ed Bennis, is now doing some amazing stuff for Coffin. So like,
oh man,
I'm excited for what's going on at Coffin Comics and what Brian's orchestrated, and he's just put together such a cool crew, and it's like, I'm excited for people to check out the books we have coming up and what we're planning. And it's an awesome time to be a part of this whole thing. And it really makes all the work and effort that we put into this a blast, because like without these people buying these books, man, like I couldn't be doing this. I couldn't be doing 6 chapters of La Muerta 5 years of my life, and it's like, it's just a privilege to do this stuff. And like I said, after I saw some of the new stuff that Ed Bennis has been posting on his Instagram, oh man, I'm excited. It pushes the bar up, and it makes me want to push and try harder, because like we got some really kick-ass stuff coming.
That's right. Yeah, Ed's stuff is looking pretty crazy for
dude, that guy's amazing.
Yeah, you know what Ed Bennis looks like? His new art, it looks like Ed Bennis meets Silvestri.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. Yeah, it's mind-blowing.
Yeah, we actually work. I mean, I worked with Ed Bennis in the 90s at Chaos on Chastity and Vandala, and he had a really precise, clean line.
Yeah.
And now he's still Ed Bennis, but he's got all these cool hatches and dimension. That's why I say it like really looks like Bennis Silvestri. And I have the first 10 pages already, and they're insane.
Yeah.
And
that's stuff like
start coloring them early next week.
When I saw him, I was like, oh crap, time to put on my big boy pants, because like that guy, he brings the heat, man. And so for me anyway, when I see stuff like that, it just pushes me to go like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna bring the heat too. And so you get enough of that going on in the whole creative team as part of Coffin, and everybody's like peaking at the same time. It's exciting. It's a fun thing to be a part of, and it's nice to know that, you know, people are enjoying the efforts and what we're doing. So, you know, thanks to all of them. We couldn't do it without them, you know.
There is no doubt.
That's awesome.
Everybody out there, the sickos, the sworn fiends, anyone who likes this stuff makes it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here we go. One last time. Here are the two reward tiers for the sketch covers. And again, I don't want to keep you forever. We got a lot of stuff going on. Congratulations on a great start. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to get my books.
Yeah, it's exciting. Thanks for having us, man.
You got it, Joel. Appreciate it. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you so much for the opportunity,
congratulations,
everybody.
guys.
Appreciate, man.
Thanks, Joel. Nice meeting you.
Face in person.
Yeah, we'll see you soon. I'll have to
You
bring
guys
a
been
map.
great. I've been Brian Polito. Holler at your boy.
Later,
right,
guys.
We'll see you. Thank you again.
Later.
Wait.
Boom. I
got to get my out here. Joel, the other Joel. Thank you, Joel.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And we'll see you soon, Holmes.
Later, Senior and Paramo.
All right.